Self-makers, this week we're gonna do things differently. In today's video, we're gonna discuss the top 5 skills you need to learn if you want to succeed in 2023. These skills will not only help you in your personal life, but in your career and relationships as well. So let's jump right in. The first skill you need to master is emotional intelligence. This is the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions effectively. It is essential when it comes to building strong relationships, managing stress, and making good decisions. Here are 3 tips you need to know if you want to improve your emotional intelligence. Tip number 1. Practice self-awareness by journaling your thoughts and feelings. This helps you empty your mind by writing down any concerns or troubling thoughts that you might have. Just start with at least 1 sentence per day and build up from there. Tip number 2, develop empathy by putting yourself in other people's shoes. This is gonna help you understand them better and know how to approach people. Tip number 3, learn to manage your emotions through mindfulness and meditation. Try to dedicate at least 2 to 5 minutes every morning to not thinking about anything. Just sit there, be present, and breathe. The second skill is financial literacy. Being financially literate means understanding how money works and making informed decisions about your finances. Here are 3 tips to becoming more financially literate. Tip number 1, educate yourself on personal finance, budgeting, and investing. 3 books I can recommend to you that really helped me are The Psychology of Money, Cash Flow Quadrant, and The Millionaire Fast Lane. Tip number 2, create a budget and track your expenses. You'd be surprised with how much money you spend on subscriptions every single month that you might not even use. What I do that really helped me is I went to AppSumo and I downloaded a template that helps you manage your finances and expenses on Excel. And ever since then, I've been saving so much money. Tip number 3, start saving and investing in your future. One thing that I learned from Alex Hormozy is that at this age, if you're in your mid-20s or early 20s, you should focus on investing everything you have in yourself. Learn new skills and become a more high-value person. This is gonna take you much further in the long run. The third life skill is communication. Effective communication is crucial for personal and professional growth. Warren Buffett says that if you learn to effectively communicate, your career value increases by at least 50%. Here are 3 tips you need to learn if you want to become a better communicator. Tip number 2, be concise and clear with your message. You don't even need that many words to convey your message across. Let me give you an example. Ernest Hemingway wrote one of the shortest stories that still makes you feel the emotion he wanted you to feel. The story goes, for sale, baby shoes, never worn. Tip number 3, improve your nonverbal communication skills such as body language and tone of voice. One of the best books that I've read that helped me a lot is Captivate by Vanessa Van Edwards. The 4th life skill is critical thinking. This is the ability to analyze information objectively and make reasoned judgment. Here are 3 tips to enhance your critical thinking. Tip number 1, question assumptions and challenge your own beliefs. I don't want you to believe everything you read or hear. Form your own opinion and think for yourself. Tip number 2, consider multiple perspectives and gather information from various sources. Look at what I do. I read different books from different authors on different topics, and I get to learn and explore different points of view before I form my own opinion. Tip number 3, reflect on your thought process and learn from your mistakes. Something that I learned from Jordan Peterson is that you should treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. What does this mean? You should look at what you do and how you think from a third-person perspective and just give yourself advice. Don't be too hard on yourself. The 5th and final skill is adaptability. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt and learn new skills is super important. Here are 3 tips to help you become more adaptable. Tip number 1, embrace change and see it as an opportunity for growth. I'm sure that some of you were super scared when ChatGPT came out in Midjourney because you felt threatened that it might take over your job. Whereas some people that were open-minded and adaptable use this to their advantage. For example, about 50% of this episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Tip number 2, develop a growth mindset and believe in your ability to learn and improve. In the book Mindset by Carol Dweck, she proves that if you have a growth mindset, which means you consciously choose to believe that you can learn any skill that you possibly want, this increases your growth superbly. Tip number 3, stay curious and continuously seek new experiences and knowledge. And who knows, you might even discover a hidden talent. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.